Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a torrent of negative thoughts, feeling as if they were controlling your life and dictating your emotions? Imagine if you could stop these negative thoughts in just 1 second, transforming your mind and regaining control over your life. Stay tuned, because in this video, we're going to reveal a powerful technique that can help you do exactly that. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple yet incredibly effective tool to stop negative thoughts instantly and start living a more positive and fulfilling life. Let's dive in. Negative thoughts can creep into our minds at any moment, often without warning. They can be triggered by stress, self-doubt, or past experiences, and can easily spiral out of control if we let them. But what if I told you that there's a way to stop them in their tracks, right as they begin? It may sound too good to be true, but countless people have successfully used this method to regain control over their thoughts and emotions. The technique we're going to discuss today is called the pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt is a way to disrupt your current thought pattern, breaking the cycle of negativity and allowing you to replace it with a more positive and constructive thought. This method is used in various fields, from psychology to personal development, and has proven to be incredibly effective. Let's start with a story to illustrate how powerful a pattern interrupt can be. Meet Lisa, a young woman who struggled with negative thoughts for years. She would often find herself caught in a loop of self-doubt and worry, which affected her work, relationships, and overall well-being. One day, a friend introduced her to the concept of the pattern interrupt. Skeptical but willing to try anything, Lisa decided to give it a shot. The next time she felt a negative thought creeping in, she immediately snapped her fingers and said out loud, "Stop." This simple action jolted her out of her negative thought pattern and gave her a moment to breathe and refocus. Over time, Lisa refined her technique and found it easier and easier to stop negative thoughts before they could take hold. Her life improved dramatically as she learned to control her thoughts and emotions. So how can you apply the pattern interrupt technique in your own life? It's simple and can be done in 3 easy steps. Recognize the negative thought. The first step is to become aware of when a negative thought is starting to form. This requires a bit of mindfulness and self-awareness, but with practice, you'll get better at catching these thoughts early. Interrupt the pattern. As soon as you recognize the negative thought, use a physical or verbal action to interrupt it. This could be snapping your fingers, clapping your hands, or saying stop out loud. The key is to create a jolt that disrupts your current thought pattern. Replace with a positive thought. Once you've interrupted the negative thought, immediately replace it with a positive or constructive thought. This could be an affirmation, a positive memory, or a goal you're working towards. The idea is to shift your focus from negativity to positivity. To make this more concrete, let's go through a few examples. Example 1. You're about to give a presentation at work, and you start thinking, "I'm going to mess this up. Everyone will think I'm incompetent." As soon as you notice this thought, you snap your fingers and say, "Stop." Then, replace it with, "I'm well prepared and confident. I've got this." Example 2. You're scrolling through social media and see a post that makes you feel jealous or inadequate. You start thinking, "I'll never be as successful as them." Interrupt this thought by clapping your hands and saying, "Stop." Replace it with, "I'm on my own unique journey, and I'm proud of my progress." Example 3. You're trying to fall asleep, but you keep worrying about all the things you need to do the next day. Your mind races with thoughts like, "I'll never get everything done. I'm going to fail." Interrupt this pattern by gently tapping your forehead and saying, "Stop." Replace it with, "I am capable and organized. I will handle tomorrow's tasks one step at a time." The beauty of the pattern interrupt technique is its simplicity and versatility. You can use it anytime, anywhere, and adapt it to suit your needs. With practice, you'll find it becomes a natural part of your thought process, helping you maintain a more positive and balanced mindset. Now, let's delve deeper into why this technique works so well. The pattern interrupt method leverages the brain's natural plasticity. Our brains are wired to follow established neural pathways, which means that once a thought pattern is formed, it becomes a default response. Negative thoughts can become habitual, creating a well-worn path in the brain. By interrupting this pattern, you're essentially forcing your brain to create a new pathway, which over time becomes the new default. Research in neuroscience supports this approach. Studies have shown that the brain can rewire itself through consistent practice and repetition. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, means that you can train your brain to favor positive thoughts over negative ones. The pattern interrupt technique is a practical application of this principle, helping you break free from negative thought patterns and cultivate a more positive mindset. Let's explore another story to illustrate this point. John was a successful businessman who, despite his achievements, struggled with constant self-criticism and negativity. His inner dialogue was harsh and unforgiving, often undermining his confidence and happiness. Desperate for change, John stumbled upon the pattern interrupt technique. He decided to commit to it for a month, diligently practicing every time a negative thought arose. The results were astonishing. Not only did John notice a significant decrease in negative thoughts, but his overall outlook on life became more optimistic and hopeful. He found that by consistently interrupting negative patterns and replacing them with positive affirmations, he was able to reshape his mindset and enhance his quality of life. The pattern interrupt technique can also be enhanced with additional strategies to boost its effectiveness. Here are a few tips to help you get the most out of this method. Practice mindfulness. Developing mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and journaling can enhance your self-awareness, making it easier to recognize and interrupt negative thought patterns. Create a list of positive replacements. Before you start using the pattern interrupt technique, create a list of positive thoughts, affirmations, or memories that you can use as replacements. Having these ready will make it easier to shift your focus when a negative thought arises. Use visual cues. Place visual reminders around your environment to reinforce the pattern interrupt technique. These could be sticky notes with positive affirmations, inspirational quotes, or images that make you feel happy and motivated. Set a timer. If you find yourself struggling with persistent negative thoughts, set a timer for a few minutes each day to practice the pattern interrupt technique. Use this dedicated time to focus on recognizing and interrupting negative thoughts, gradually building the habit. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Positive reinforcement can help reinforce the new neural pathways you're creating, making the technique more effective over time. Let's take a look at another example to further illustrate the power of this technique. Sarah was a college student who often felt overwhelmed by academic pressure and social anxiety. Her negative thoughts would spiral out of control, leaving her feeling anxious and defeated. Determined to take control of her mental health, Sarah started using the pattern interrupt technique. She combined it with deep breathing exercises and mindfulness meditation. Whenever a negative thought popped into her mind, she would take a deep breath, say stop, and replace the thought with a positive affirmation like, "I am capable and resilient. I can handle this." Over time, Sarah noticed a significant reduction in her anxiety levels and an improvement in her overall well-being. In conclusion, the pattern interrupt technique is a simple yet powerful tool that can help you stop negative thoughts in their tracks and transform your mindset. By recognizing negative thoughts, interrupting the pattern, and replacing them with positive thoughts, you can break free from the cycle of negativity and start living a more positive and fulfilling life. Remember, consistency is key. The more you practice this technique, the more natural it will become, leading to lasting changes in your thought patterns and overall outlook on life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content. And remember, if we get 5,000 likes, I'll make a video on how to use astrology to calculate your personal success code. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and experiences on using the pattern interrupt technique to stop negative thoughts. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.